to ShawNshawN about his work today.
Great.
So I'd like to find out, first of all, what kind of life experiences have impacted your work?
So when I was younger, we had moved around quite a bit. We moved around from Wisconsin to Indiana, then to Illinois, Nebraska, Chicago, and I also lived quite a few years in Europe. So all this movement I try to keep into my work. As far as you can see, there's a lot of movement in a lot of my paintings.
Interesting. Okay, good. So what major influences then show up in your work?
So when I studied abroad in Europe, I studied abroad in Poland, in Spain. In Poland, I learned about a lot of the theater, surrealism painting that they do for the theater, which is very interesting. I use that a little bit. I'm more abstract. What I learned in Spain was I studied a lot of the Islamic art, so I have a lot of graphical elements in my work, and as well as a lot of the Spanish court painting, which is like solid black. It wears like the symbol of power. So I got black on today, and I have a lot of dark colors in my paintings.
Oh, cool. Well, and so when you're working, what mediums do you like to work with?
So I started originally in oils, which I learned at school, and then when I moved to forestry, I kind of started picking up, started venturing into acrylics because I saw you could work much faster. It's like light speed compared to oil. So I really appreciated the sense that you could work faster and keep working on your work.
So all of your work now is acrylic?
Yeah, I've transitioned to acrylic, and I also learned like some different elements like putting paper, gold foil, different objects into the work itself.
Great, terrific. And so what else did you learn at forestry?
So forestry, what I learned was, working in a camaraderie of a lot of artists. You learn a lot of different styles. Like from Janet, I learned, to be bold and ruthless in her art. You'd have it like brown, and you're like, that doesn't work. Let's do red. So I would learn to, just let go and just really like take it to the edge. As well as I learned, like Praveen had taught me, paint one painting at a time versus I used to do like 2 or 3 paintings at a time. And he said you're losing your energy. You got to focus your energy. And so if you work on one work at a time, you tend to focus your energy. I found that was a good technique.
So could you tell us a little bit about how you create your work?
So I have like 2 processes. So the first process is, my traditional abstract style. So I just, throw some paint on the ground, and then I put another layer, and then use some tape. I just keep layering and layering and layering until I get to a final point where I feel it's finished. My second point, which I've developed more recently, is I pre-plan it all ahead. I draw out, I use paper elements, and I figure out the composition all ahead of time, and then I just go ahead with the work for each layer. I know exactly what I want to do.
Interesting. So why don't you go ahead and describe this piece for us then?
So this piece is called Bling Bling Kid and Safety Stalker Slayer. So this is about Trayvon Martin. And I wanted to cover, in this topic, a lot of people have covered it from just the victim side. So I kind of want to cover the victim and the perpetrator. And so I have different elements of, what type of laws, like stand your grounds and, the neighborhood, watch, which kind of drove him into that thing, like, oh, I can be the, neighborhood policeman, And so it kind of led to a lot of different events, So there's 2 sides to the story, and I wanted to kind of present it. And I have a lot of the colors for Skittles, which is what the kid was carrying when he was, unfortunately taken down by this George Zimmerman guy.
So you like to work with political issues?
Yes, so, my first interest was when I had lived in Europe. My dad, our first country was in Poland. And so that was, I saw the Berlin Wall fall behind the Berlin Wall. So I saw the transition from, totalitarian crumbling state towards the completely capitalist state. So you saw the transition between the two, and the good and the bad on each side. So I found that like completely, mind-blowing experience. And so I was always interested in like, certain turning points in history where you see like a law changes and it goes, drastically wrong or drastically right. So you can see the right and wrong in society just from certain pivot points in history.
So you enjoy doing this work at
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing it at 4th Street. The lighting is really good. It's a little different than our old spot. Our old spot was more, there was just the glass, and then it was all a huge warehouse. So it's like great space, but then there was limited natural light. And our new space, each artist has their own window per se, so you get light from all sides. It's really good energy.